Most of us know kitchen counters and sponges can get pretty dirty. But when UT Medical Center armed me with 20 Petri dishes and swabs, I got to see just how dirty the world around us really is. Take a look at what we found.
So this is a water bottle that has been reused for drinking in the workplace environment.
Dr. Mark Rasnick is an infectious diseases physician at UT Medical Center. He says everyone is covered with bacteria, the vast majority of which, though, are harmless.
You only get in trouble when you pick up a pathogen, something that is not part of your normal bacterial or viral flora that can make you sick.
So we set out with our sterile swabs and Petri dishes to test the shared surfaces of Knoxville. Our first stop, a grocery store cart handle, then a gas pump.
Things people need to bear in mind is any kind of door handle of a community building like shopping malls or restaurants or your office space itself, doorknobs, sink handles, just anything where someone else has touched, where they might have coughed or sneezed into their hands.
And then just dip it in here.
Michaela Karras, who we met in Market Square, let us swab her cell phone.
I think there's going to be a lot of germs on it, and I think it's probably going to be pretty gross, honestly.
We'll come back to that. At WBIR, we tested common office surfaces like a coffee pot handle and the office kitchen sponge, and of course, the men's and women's bathroom sink handles. Game on.
Sink handles are often contaminated with other people's bacteria, especially in a bathroom type environment. And so what we teach physicians to do is if there is a sink handle, use a paper towel and use that to turn off the water after you finish washing your hands.
We also cornered our colleague, digital content producer Mark Bergen, who graciously let us swab his keyboard and mouse.
I think you'd probably be surprised what you find in here, especially just because we have multiple people working at a lot of the desks here, depending on what shift you're working.
The samples went into an incubator at the clinical laboratory at UT Medical Center, where they sat at human body temperature for about 2 days.
Okay, so I'm going to walk you through a lot of the different plates here.
Dr. Rasnick says before you get grossed out, keep in mind.
Just because it looks gross on the plate doesn't mean that it's necessarily a dangerous surface. Again, the human body's covered with bacteria. We put it on a special plate that makes it grow into a large amount of bacteria that we can see.
First,
No, I wouldn't call myself a germaphobe.
There's just a few spots of typical skin bacteria, and so this is from someone's phone that's probably been recently cleaned.
not bad. In fact, one of the cleanest samples of the bunch, especially compared to this.
Everyone has a little kitchen sponge laying around the home, and these are innocent bacteria. These things aren't pathogens that are growing on this plate, but you can see here just how many bacteria a kitchen sponge can hold.
ATM, just harmless skin bacteria. Gas pump, the same.
Another interesting comparison here are the plates labeled women's bathroom and men's bathroom. And so the men's bathroom in my right hand here versus the women's bathroom in my left hand, you can make your own conclusions about that.
I have to ask, does that surprise you?
Not at all.
But this may surprise you.
Another place, frequently touched, coffee pot handle. Tons of bacteria. This thing gets a lot of use by human hands.
And the TV remote, also pretty disgusting.
Regular hand washing would get rid of pretty much anything we would see on these plates.
But of the 20 services we tested, only one showed some real cause for concern.
I do share this desk here at the station too.
Yep.
The yellowish bacteria colonies with the clear area around it, these are pathogens called Staph aureus. And this is an organism that can get you sick.
He says a lot of people have Staph aureus living harmlessly on their skin.
But if they transmit it to someone else that might be vulnerable to this, then this bacteria can dive deep into the human body, cause abscesses, maybe bloodstream infections, or even worse.
Staph aureus is what can turn the flu into severe pneumonia.
The single best thing you can do is wash your hands with warm soapy water.
To protect yourself, your colleagues, and your family from getting sick.
It's worth noting both viruses and bad bacteria can get you sick, and the test we did only detected bacteria. Right now, online, you can look at all of the samples, including my cell phone, a water bottle, and a dollar bill. In fact, there is a quiz. See if you can match the commonly touched surface to the right corresponding picture of the Petri dish. Back to you.